Talking telly now, Britain's Got Talent, ITV tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. And this whole situation with Simon Cowell falling off his bike, breaking his back and whatever, created a bit of a problem. How are they solving that, Ruth?
They've got Ashley Banjo in.
They have got Ashley Banjo.
Because obviously Ashley started with Diversity. They won the show, what, 10 or 11 years ago now. And so now he's come full circle and he's filling in for Simon.
Well, funny you should say that, because here now is a look back at Ashley on BGT. That is amazing. That was 11 years ago.
11 years ago.
That's absolutely incredible. Let's go to Ashley now and find all about what's happening and
Wow,
diversity. Oh, when you look at how you guys shook up the whole dance scene.
You just hit me right in the feels with no warning. I mean, come on. That was right there. Honestly, it is crazy, isn't it? Like, it wasn't even for me. When we walked into studio for the first time to record the first live show, I kind of turned round and I looked at the boys' faces, and obviously, you know, most of the original boys are still there, still with me, still working hard, and they sort of looked up, and one of my guys, one of my best friends from back in the day, was like, "Ash, like, that's your name up there." I remember when we were standing there saying, "Hi, we're Diversity," and now you're sitting in the chair. So it is a kind of weirdly kind of poetic thing as well. Like, this year, it felt so bleak at one point, and it just keeps throwing curveballs, you know?
So when did you get the call, Ashley? Because obviously there was a lot of speculation about, would Simon be able to make it for the semi-finals, wouldn't he? If he couldn't, who was going to sit in his chair? Did you ever believe that would be you, and how did that come about?
I just didn't really consider it, to be honest. And then I think it was maybe 6 days before, or about a week before I was recording, I had the call from Simon's team, obviously, just explaining that Simon wasn't well and that he'd like me to fill in, which was obviously a huge surprise. And in the same call, we also decided that me and the rest of Diversity were going to be performing on the night as well. So I didn't just have sort of like 6 days to gather my thoughts and get ready for the panel. It was almost like 6 days to pull together a brand new performance as well, to really set the tone.
And it's got to be a good one, hasn't it? Because we've seen, you know, your performance was spectacular. You won the show, Diversity, still performing.
No pressure.
And now there you are as a judge, and you've got to perform. So what can we look forward to?
You know what, this is it's a really important set for us, a really poignant set. It's been a big year, and I wanted to sort of use the platform to capture a lot of the emotion that I've felt and a lot of the things I wanted to say. So it's a big set, and I hope people connect with it.
And you will connect, Ashley, won't you? You will connect with what the acts are going through on stage because of your own personal experience, and that's what you bring to Dancing on Ice, and it's what obviously they're looking for you to bring to the judging panel here with BGT.
I think so, and I think it kind of came as a bit of a shock to me, but I almost end up being the harshest person on the panel because it feels more personal to me than ever, because I sit there and I look and I know how much those 2 minutes can change your life. So I sort of sit there, and if something's not right, or I think they needed to give more, etc., etc., I will absolutely be honest and absolutely say it, because it is critical. Like, I literally know as well as anybody, like, in that moment, even when people don't think you're capable of it, you can literally change your life around. So I definitely feel for the contestants. Like, I sympathise.
And also, they've got to perform with no audience, Ashley, and the audience is so important. Normally, you know that as a performer, to get that audience feedback, to hear the applause. They won't have any of that.
It is tough, and I think what, we're the first show, we're like a world's first to have a virtual audience. So, you know, there's like a huge screen, and it's like literally like the world's biggest Zoom. You've just got like hundreds of people watching, and you can hear and feel. It's not the same as having them in studio, but what I've said to a couple of the acts is, don't look for excuses, right? Yes, it's different. Yes, there's no audience, but how can you use it to your advantage? Like, how can you actually make it yours rather than let it be a weakness, you know?
Well, we're going to see actually how they'll implement what that will look like, that virtual audience. Now, let's have a look at this.
Singing song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was opened, the birds began to sing. Now, I'm no Gordon Ramsay, but that's undercooked. Think about it. still singing. All I'm saying is, if the contents of your pie, when it comes out of an oven, are still doing what it was generally doing when it were alive, we want to give it at least another 10 minutes.
Well, we heard the virtual audience there. It sounded pretty good to me.
Yeah, they sound good. They honestly, they do actually bring a lot of energy, and you can see them. They're right in front of you. You're very aware that people are watching. You know, in the same way that when you perform to millions of people, you can't see them all, but you're very aware that you're live on telly. So you still get the buzz.
Well, listen, Ashley, congratulations for keeping Simon's chair warm. And also can't wait to see you and Diversity perform back on that stage. I know it will be a very special moment for all of you. We'll be watching. Britain's Got Talent returns to ITV 8 o'clock tomorrow. See you, Judge.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See you later.